Shalom, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. So I want to reiterate and elaborate on something. Messiah said, Yahshua said, "For I have not come to do away with the law, but to fulfill the law." And he said that he had come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So if we read 1 Kings chapter 12, we can see that the nation of Israel was split into the house of Judah and the house of Israel. So according to Scripture, in 1 Kings chapter 12, Judah and the rest of the tribes split. So the state of Israel, the Jews alone are not biblical Israel and all there is of it. They're only part of Israel. The Jews of Judah the Yah'iysh of Yada or Yehuda, however you want to pronounce it. Not to offend anyone of the mispronunciation. But that one tribe, mixed with some of the Levites, is not all there is of Israel. The state of Israel now, over there on that land, does not represent all of Israel. The descendants of Israel still walk the earth. They just don't know who they are. Yahshua came for the restoration of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes split. Judah and some of the Levites and the rest of the tribes split. That became two kingdoms, two distinct houses with two kings in 1 Kings chapter 12. Some translations call them King Jeroboam and King Rehoboam, I believe. But the message here is Messiah came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. They said salvation is of the Jews, the tribe of Judah. Solomon's descendant was Yahshua. Yahweh's preserved the throne forever through Yahshua, a descendant of King David, through a son of Solomon. He was a seed. He was born of the seed of Joseph or Yosef. Was his biological father. He was not a half man, half God like Christians teach it. He was a blood descendant of Israel through the tribe of Judah. So, if someone teaches you something that contradicts that, they don't understand Scripture. And if they keep pressing it, they're calling Yahweh a liar. And I wouldn't do that. So stop listening to the false teachers of the world telling you God came down in the form of a half man, half God concept. Conceived. It doesn't fit. That doesn't fit the prophecies or Yahweh's word in the Old Testament. He was not a half man, half God. He was conceived through the seed of a man who laid with his righteous wife, that was a virgin till they conceived a child together, or it doesn't fit the scriptures. If someone teaches you something that contradicts that, they are a false teacher, and they're being a false witness and falsely prophesying. To all you high and mighty self-righteous teachers out there, I'm a witness of Yahweh. I'm a servant of Him, the Creator Yahweh. And if someone teaches you something specifically that contradicts what I just said, they don't know what they're teaching. And they're teaching a lie and a deception of Satan. And I'll not follow Hasatan in this life or any other. No matter what the offer is, I wouldn't betray Yahweh's kingdom for nothing or anything, because He's all there is for me. And the faith I now have because of Him. So the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who are restored to Yahweh through Yahshua Messiah. We have to eliminate the sins in our life, because where Yahshua lived a perfect life, those of us who have not, the damage is irreparable to the things and the loss of blessings sin causes in the destruction of the kingdom. The Messiah has given us a way. Yahweh has given us Messiah as a way to restore ourselves to His true light in the kingdom, because of the mercy and the love He has. So we have to honor Yahweh in the law and the spirit of it. Yahweh is the spirit of the law, according to His character. The law describes the nature of the way man is to live in serving Yahweh. And, it also says you're not supposed to get tattoos. I regret mine. And I would have them removed if there were a way that it was feasible. But that's not the point here. It's right there around Leviticus 19. Never mind. But it's right around Leviticus 19:28. It's somewhere right there in the Levitical laws. But anyway, so is a man's not to round the edges of his beard. A man's not supposed to wear a goatee. A man's not supposed to wear a goatee like the Egyptians did. You're not supposed to cut your beard down to a goatee. If a man can grow a full beard, then he's to wear one. You wouldn't take you wouldn't take a lion in the jungle. You wouldn't take a lion out and shave his beard off. Man is to walk in the image as Yahweh set forth for him to be. So a man's supposed to grow a full beard. If he can grow one, he's supposed to wear a beard. He's not supposed to be clean shaved like a woman. If a man can't grow one, I understand why a man would be clean shaved in a sense if he can't grow one. But we're not supposed to have goatees resembling the Egyptians. The Egyptians, they had those long things on their chins. We're not supposed to have goat beards. That's not biblical. These guys online preaching got a goatee as long as they're down to their chest down here, and then clean shaved on the sides. That's not biblical. That's not a righteous beard. That's not an example of what Yahweh would have a man look like. That's not a righteous example, and I wouldn't wear that for nothing. I had a goatee years ago, and I wouldn't have one now. Scripture says, Leviticus 19:26 says, You shall not eat anything with the blood. You shall not practice divination or soothsaying. Verse 27 says, you shall not shave around the sides of your head, nor trim the corners of your beard. That's why we don't wear beards and a goatee, according to Scripture. And that was verse 27. And 28 it says, 28 says, you shall not cut your bodies for the dead, nor put tattoo marks upon yourselves. I am Yahweh. Yeah, so it's pretty strong wording there as to why I changed my mind about my tattoos. But according to what I know now and what I can do from this point on, I want Yahweh to be glorified in my life. And I want all those who hear the message to come to Yahweh in the truth and the knowledge of the message we're giving. And this video and more like it coming with Yosef and we have a pastor in Kasur, Brother Peter Rock, and we want Yahweh to be the glory of these messages. But it's my prayer that everyone's preparing for Sabbath this evening. This is Sabbath, Day of Atonement, starts tonight at sunset. So wherever you are, Sabbath is leading to, is already the next Sabbath. So you have a seventh-day Sabbath with a high Sabbath following it. And I'm going to be fasting, and I hope everyone else is preparing to fast. And I would start praying now to prepare for, need to eat before you start. And I don't see anything wrong with drinking water while fasting. Some people say you're not supposed to eat or drink anything at all, and my kidneys hurt if I don't drink some water. So if somebody feels led to not drink any water, I'm not going to go against their conviction on that. But myself, I'm going to have some water while I'm fasting this evening, tonight and tomorrow. So this fast goes from sunset tonight to sunset tomorrow evening. And we're to reflect on ourselves and our mindset to the glory of Yahweh in the kingdom. And it's my prayer that everyone hears this message. And I pray Yahweh be the glory of your lives. And we're going to mourn the sins of Israel tonight in the beginning of our fasting. Thank you for watching these videos on the Tree of Life International Fellowship of Yahweh. May you all be blessed to Yahweh's glory and Yahshua Messiah according to your face. This is the one true faith. This is the calling. The time is now. There's anyone that misses this Day of Atonement, there's no guarantee you'll see the next one. There never is. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. You could be here one minute and gone the next. But we love Yahweh and want Him to be the glory of it all. Yahshua Messiah, be blessed, y'all. Shabbat Shalom.